Boys and girls, I wanted to show you how punctuation marks work when we're reading aloud. They make all the difference in the world. And you'll see when I'm reading this, what I do when I come to different punctuation marks. This book is called Dinosaurs Before Dark. It is the first Magic Treehouse book. It's by Mary Pope Osborne. Some of you may have read or heard Magic Treehouse books before. If you haven't, I bet you're gonna like it because, well, pretty much every kid I've ever known really likes these books. And who doesn't like dinosaurs? I chose a chapter book because we'll see lots of punctuation marks in this and get to see how words work together in sentences and paragraphs. This is the first chapter. It's called Into the Woods. And right away I notice I have a lot of these. Let me get a pointer. That. What are these things? They're called quotation marks, and they go around the words that characters say. These are the characters we're going to be reading about. This is Jack. This is his little sister, Annie. All the Magic Treehouse books are about their adventures. Let's look back at our punctuation marks. I see, what are these? Exclamation points. When I see those, they're pretty noticeable. They're kind of all over the place on this story, aren't they? And they mean that the character is saying something that they're either excited or scared about. They're probably yelling. And when we get to periods, we're going to stop and take a breath. It's the end of a thought. When we see a comma, we're going to take just a tiny breath. That is a pause in the sentence. You may be thinking, I already know all of this, Miss Moss. But here's the thing. I'm going to show you what I hear when some people read and why it makes a difference. Let's skip down here to the bottom. The paragraph that starts with Annie. And I'm reading this one because there's more than one sentence in it and because it does not have any quotation marks. If I'm not reading, I'm going to start here and move on. This is what he gets for spending time with his 7-year-old sister, Annie. Loved pretend stuff, but Jack was 8 and a half. He liked real things. Watch out, Jack. The monsters coming race you. Kind of hard to understand when I say it like that. Let's hear the way it's supposed to be. When I start up at the top, again, I notice my quotation marks, so a character is going to be saying that. I'm going to take a quick pause at the end of the quotation marks because I'm going to find out who's saying those words. Help! A monster! Said Annie. Did you hear me pause? Yeah, sure, said Jack. A real monster in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. "Run, Jack," said Annie. She ran up the road. Oh, brother. This is what he gets for spending time with his 7-year-old sister. Annie loved pretend stuff. But Jack was 8.5. He liked real things. "Watch out, Jack. The monster's coming. Race you." Did you notice that it was easier to understand what I was saying when I paid attention to the punctuation marks? It just makes more sense, doesn't it? You want to find out what happens on the next page? You think there's really a monster? This is an adventure book. I see more quotation marks. Remember what that means? It means a character is talking. Then I don't see quotation marks for a few sentences. Oh, here's some more quotation marks. I'm guessing that these two characters are going to be talking back and forth to each other. Let's begin. "No thanks," said Jack. Annie raced along into the woods. Jack looked at the sky. The sun was about to set. "Come on, Annie, it's time to go home." But Annie had disappeared. Jack waited. No Annie. "Annie!" he shouted again. "Jack! Jack, come here!" Jack groaned. "Ugh, this better be good," he said. Jack left the road and headed into the woods. The trees were lit with a golden late afternoon light. Did you notice that I'm pausing where there are periods? Is it making it easier to understand? Someone's talking. "Come here," called Annie. There she was, standing under a tall oak tree. "Look," she said. She was pointing at a rope ladder. Now let's see what happens if I don't pay attention to the punctuation marks. The longest rope ladder Jack had ever seen. Wow! He whispered. The ladder went all the way up to the top of the tree. There, at the top, was a tree house. It was tucked between two branches. That must be the highest tree house in the world, said Annie. Who built it? Asked Jack. I've never seen it before. I don't know. But I'm going up, said Annie. No, we don't know who it belongs to, said Jack, just for a teeny minute. Said Annie. She started up the ladder. Annie, come back. She kept climbing. Doesn't make very much sense when I read it, does it? Let's try one more time with it read the right way. The longest rope ladder Jack had ever seen. Oh, wait a minute. Where was I? She was pointing at a rope ladder. It was so confusing that I forgot what it was even meaning. The longest rope ladder Jack had ever seen. Wow, he whispered. The ladder went all the way up to the top of the tree. There, at the top, was a tree house. It was tucked between two branches. "That must be the highest tree house in the world," said Annie. "Who built it?" asked Jack. "I've never seen it before." "I don't know, but I'm going up," said Annie. "No, we don't know who it belongs to," said Jack. "Oh, that's good advice." "Just for a teeny minute," said Annie. She started up the ladder. "Annie, come back." She kept climbing. Oh boy, I really want to know what happens in this story, don't you? My goodness gracious, look at that. Oh, she's all the way up. There she is, way up there. Here's Jack way down here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to finish just this one chapter, and I'm going to read it right. Jack sighed. "Annie, it's almost dark. We have to go home." Annie disappeared inside the treehouse. "Annie!" Jack waited a moment. He was about to call again when Annie poked her head out of the treehouse window. "Books!" she shouted. "What?" "It's filled with books!" Oh man, Jack loved books. He pushed his glasses into place. He gripped the sides of the rope ladder, and up he went. That's the end of chapter 1 of Dinosaurs Before Dark. And now you can see how important it is that we pay attention to punctuation marks. Maybe someday you'll get to read the rest of this. I bet you'll love it.